The following broadcast of Round 1 of the Purina Indycar series was originally recorded and commentated by Charles Bowen. In a partnership between the Purina Indycar series and the TMG Racing Network, the season opener of the series will be broadcasted here on TMG. The remainder of the Purina Indycar series calendar will be broadcasted on Charles B TV, the link to which can be found in the description. Please enjoy the feature presentation.
Hello everyone and welcome to the season opener of the Purina Indycar series on TMG Racing Network. I'm Charles Bowen, and this is an exciting race that we have planned for you today. On the pole, it is going to be James Davidson with Justin Wilson on his outside, will be inside going into turn 1. Now we talked about qualifying, and we have some big shocks. Like we said, James Davidson is on pole, and Justin Wilson second. But let's take a look through the field. Jason Jakes is in 5th. He's looking like a fast car. We are looking at Pippa Mann as a possible contender for the win. Marco Andretti will be starting from the back. He's had a fast car in practice sessions and testing sessions before the series started. So let's get the no command to fire engines. We'll just get it started here. There'll be one formation lap, one warm-up lap, and they are rolling. So as they roll from the start straight, let's look at your starting lineup. Row number 1 is going to be James Davidson and Justin Wilson. Row 2 is Carlos Munoz and Scott Dixon. Row 3 it's Jason Jakes and Alex Tagliani. Row 4 it's Gabby Chavez, one of 2 rookies in the field, and Pippa Mann. Row 5, it is Stefano Coletti and Tristan Vautier. And in the back, in row 6, it is going to be Graham Rahal and Marco Andretti. We are looking at a very exciting race. It's a beautiful day here in St. Petersburg, Florida, on the temporary street circuits of St. Petersburg. Justin Wilson, like we mentioned, is going to have the inside line going into turn 1. So it'll be interesting to see if any interesting moves are made on the start. We've seen in test races here before the series started to make sure everything was working. Some drivers make just stellar moves on the start of the race and take the lead and dominate the race. We've seen pit strategy play a factor here. We are looking at one pit stop in the about halfway point, just past halfway for the whole field. We've seen split strategy come into play. Most of the field will pit, some drivers will stay out, but they are yet to get to that point. Where we are at now is the start of the race. The green flag is in the air. The Purina IndyCar Series is green at St. Petersburg. Justin Wilson leading off the inside through turn 1. They make it through turn 1 into turn 2. Justin Wilson clears James Davidson, Carlos Munoz, and clears Scott Dixon. They have gone almost single file throughout the entire pack with Pippa Mann on the inside. We have a move for position. Alex Tagliani, Scott Dixon fighting for that position. Tagliani's going to get it. And Justin Jakes is there fighting for position. They're 2 by 2 in the back of the pack. It's kind of split from the front as the front pack has gone single file. Justin Wilson leading. James Davidson by about 1 car lengths, except in this corner. Carlos Munoz and Alex Tagliani and Scott Dixon are your top 5. As Justin Wilson leads the first lap in the Purina IndyCar Series. If you are wondering why this is on TMG Racing Network and not Charles B TV, that's because me and Jonathan came with agreement that he would host race 1 on his channel, and I really do appreciate that, and editing a little bit of it too. I'm once again really appreciative of this opportunity. But as we continue to watch Justin Wilson, James Davidson, and Carlos Munoz, 3 cars under a blanket here at St. Petersburg. James Davidson all over the rear bumper pods of Justin Wilson. Let's see if maybe James Davidson can make a move at some point. Justin Wilson, of course, very popular driver in Indycar. Sadly, lost his life in 2015 at Pocono in a freak accident in real life. But right now, that doesn't matter. He is leading this race. The championship works as this. Points go to all 12 drivers in the field. 12 points to the winner, 1 point to 12th place. It will stay that way all throughout the season, and whoever has the most points at the end, well, wins the championship. Basically, very simple. So right now, if the race were to end right now, Justin Wilson would be the championship leader. James Davidson would be second with 1 point back. Now Justin Wilson has a good car length or 2 on James Davidson. It's about 2.5 car lengths between first and second and third. Alex Tagliani is quite a ways back as Justin Jakes has taken over 5th place. He's on a move. He started about mid-pack. No incidents at the back of the field. Some other drivers who are moving up. Marco Andretti moving from last to 10th. He's trying to make his way up to the front. He's been fast in pre-season testing. He won at a Sebring race and at one of many test races here at St. Petersburg. Some other notable winners. Pippa Man won a test race here. That was originally going to be the season opener, but sadly audio issues on the broadcasting end would see that not happen. Man, that would have been cool though. But Justin Wilson now really running away with the lead out front with a 1.2 second lead. It shrinks up a little bit through the final hairpin, but he gets it back to the 1.4 seconds on James Davidson. When should we be expecting pit stops is a big question. In pre-race testing, we saw pit stops happen about halfway through. Some cars would come on the pit road after having damage, though. We haven't really seen many cautions here at St. Petersburg. One race did have a opening caution, but that was using 2018 cars with the universal aero kits. Justin Wilson really putting on the dominant performance here. And it looks like we had a pass in the middle pack. Scott Dixon got back around Justin Jakes for 5th. Take a look at your rookies. Stefano Coletti, the rookie, one of only 2 Chevrolets in the field, the other being Scott Dixon. Stefano Coletti, he is looking to have a very good season as he closes in on Justin Jakes. He had some really interesting performances in preseason testing. He had won an Indy 55 test with these cars, oval race test at Indianapolis. So he might be a factor coming into whenever the Indy 55 will be. Then behind Pippa Man, you have Gabby Chavez, who has been quiet throughout most of preseason, but he has shown some flashes of speed. We look forward to seeing our rookie class show what they have throughout the 10-race schedule. Back up front, though, Justin Wilson continues to lead with James Davidson now closing back in on Justin Wilson. Through the hairpin, he was able to stay right behind Justin Wilson. We haven't really seen that happen out front. Can James Davidson pull off the move to the inside in turn 1? He sticks behind Justin Wilson. He's waiting for a good moment to make the pass. Alex Tagliani has gotten around Carlos Munoz for third. Something might have happened to Carlos Munoz to send him back there. I don't see any damage on that 26 Andretti Autosport entry. So he might have just lost pace. Alex Tagliani now in third. But we continue to keep an eye on the battle out front for the lead. Justin Wilson, James Davidson. Justin Wilson runs away a little bit for a lap. James Davidson closes in a couple corners. Then he's on his back bumper. Right like he is now. Down the front straightaway. Lap 7 on the board. Lap 6. We are now on lap 7 on the board. But Justin Wilson really showing his stuff here. We don't really talk about Justin Wilson as much as we really should. He has had several amazing performances in preseason testing. He hasn't won a race in preseason testing. He did win. Technically he did win a 2-lap heat race in Orchard Lake just to test out broadcasting, but that doesn't really count. That was only 2 laps. So they really weren't able to get up to speed in the race. So it'll be interesting to see what Justin Wilson can do. There's chicane and into the hairpin once again. If you're wondering why I'm so quiet and struggling to find stuff to talk about, it's because St. Petersburg. It's fun, but it's kind of boring. And also it helps to have another person in the booth, but with this format it's really, it'd be almost impossible to have another commentator in the booth. But hey, I'm not complaining. Anyway, Justin Wilson continues to lead with about a second over James Davidson, and Alex Tagliani now closing in on the top 2. With Scott Dixon not too far behind, Carlos Munoz has fallen all the way back to 5th and is now receiving heat from the Schmidt-Peterson entry of Justin Jakes. And we have the pass, Justin Jakes looked to the inside of Carlos Munoz, didn't make it work in time. Door was closed. And Alex Tagliani is closing in ever so slowly on James Davidson. We might be seeing a battle for second shaping up here. It'll be interesting to see Alex Tagliani in the AJ Foyt entry. I know it's surprising that is an AJ Foyt car. We're used to seeing the red, white, and blue ABC Supply colors, or the number 14 that we associate AJ Foyt with. But now Alex Tagliani is in the 48 card of the 48 Honda entry for AJ Foyt. He will be at the Indy 500, of course. Everyone here will be. But we fell off of second place James Davidson, and now he is kind of stacking up these cars behind him of Scott Dixon, Carlos Munoz, Jason Jakes, and Pippa Man is closing in. Oh, Jason Jakes almost into the back of Carlos Munoz. Had to let up a little bit. But this all helps Justin Wilson. And there you have it. Pit stops are on the line at halfway. You see the blue box with a screwdriver or a wrench and a timekeeper in your top left corner. That means pit stops. Justin Wilson is going to come in. James Davidson will stay out. Alex Tagliani is going to stay out. Dixon staying out. Munoz, Jakes, Mann, Coletti, Chavez, and it goes all the way back to Marco Andretti to come in. And everyone else is going to stay out, so it looks like only Justin Wilson and Marco Andretti are going to pit this time. It'll be very interesting to see how this strategy plays out for the leader as Justin Wilson comes onto pit road. We're going to watch his stop, see what he takes. Let's go on board. They jack the car up. It's off the jacks. It looks like maybe 4 tires. Marco Andretti is on pit road. An 8-second stop. A very fast stop. as Justin Wilson is now off pit road. P11. Marco Andretti. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh man, it's a long stop for Marco Andretti. Big issues for Marco Andretti. He's off 17 seconds. He's really off the pace now. 14, 15 seconds behind Wilson, 26 seconds behind Tristan Vautier at the tail end of the lead pack. Disastrous stop for Marco Andretti. As it looks like now the leaders at the moment are going to come into pit road. Let's see how this strategy plays out. Alex Tagliani will lead them onto pit road. No one stays out. Alex Tagliani there. You see his pit timer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seconds. Decent stop. But he's falling behind. Justin Wilson resumes the lead. Let's see if Alex Tagliani will beat Justin Wilson off of pit road. He will not. Justin Wilson all the way ahead, but he will hold on. He will overcut and take second. As you see Justin, oh, Tristan Vautier hit the tires. His left rear pod is gone now. It's debris on the track. No caution, because we do not have debris cautions in our factor. Thank God. Justin Wilson now leads with 4 seconds on Alex Tagliani. What a move. Let's see where Marco Andretti cycled out. He will cycle out to 10th. Pippa Manny 11th, and Tristan Vautier 12th. Oh, I think I saw one car hit the wall. Oh well, must not have been enough. As Justin Wilson with a 4-second gap. It is slow. It looks like it is closing though, as Alex Tagliani has a bit fresher tires than Justin Wilson, as Wilson pitted the lap before Tagliani. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Will Tagliani be able to catch up to Justin Wilson, who has dominated this race from lap 1, not leading only 1 lap during pit stops? One car decently off pace, Tristan Vautier. Justin Wilson from Andretti Autosport. Mr. Andretti gave him the opportunity to race here. He has Rolling Stones, yes, the band Rolling Stones sponsorship. And he is looking like he might just take the Rolling Stones to victory lane here at St. Petersburg. Wouldn't that be a story? Justin Wilson leading the points out of St. Petersburg. And Alex Tagliani in second. As Justin Wilson continues to lead 4.6 seconds over Alex Tagliani. And James Davidson, though, is closing it, is right behind him, missing a rear pod with Justin Jakes. Oh, there was contact! Battle for position number 3. As James Davidson fought back with Jason Jakes. Pardon me if I am getting his first name wrong. There's like Justin, Jason, Jeff, John. I think it's Jason Jakes though. I know, I'm a pro broadcaster. I know everyone. But Justin Wilson is who matters most right now. Through turn 1, lap 15 with 6 to go. Can Justin Wilson hold down the lead for the rest of the race? You see Alex Tagliani, Justin Wilson, or James Davidson, and the rest of the field going through that corner on that camera. Man, oh man, what a dominating performance from Justin Wilson. Pulled off an amazing pit stop. Let's see if this will pay off. As once he crosses, as he gets to the front straightaway, we will go on board with Justin Wilson. for a lap around St. Petersburg at full song, and we will go quiet. Down to the line. That was a full lap with Justin Wilson. We apologize for the engine sounds being so quiet. We are still working out audio kinks here, but Justin Wilson, with a dominating performance, has grown his lead to 5.6 seconds down that little bit of straightaway. And I have a feeling, unless a freak accident happens, Justin Wilson's got this in the bag. And it'll be safe to say that championship lead. It'll be interesting to see what happens going into the next race at Watkins Glen, as that is such a different road course, very natural elevation, and yes, before you even ask, it's gonna be the boot. We're definitely using the boot configuration. That would not using it with Indy cars, man, that'd just be a sin. As we go to 2 laps to go, Justin Wilson still leading Alex Tagliani by now 4.3 seconds, closing in a little bit down the front straightaway, but nowhere near enough to even attempt anything, or even think about attempting anything, as it is looking like Justin's race to lose at this point. Like we mentioned, it would have to take a freak accident for Justin Wilson to lose this race. But Alex Tagliani, right now, he's getting heat from Justin Jakes. Or Jason Jakes, whatever his name is. Jakes. He's getting heat from Jakes. Jakes is closing in on Alex Tagliani for a second. As we go back to Justin Wilson through the final hairpin. Down the front straightaway. With 1 lap to go for Justin Wilson. Alex Tagliani now within 3 seconds. Not enough. And Jakes, oh, he almost got around him. Side-by-side battle. Jakes makes the pass work on the last lap to take second from Alex Tagliani. For sure, Jakes will be the biggest mover of the race. Excuse me, something in my throat. And it's not that. Justin Wilson down the straightaway for the final time and into the tight left-hander and through the Weldon chicane for the final time and to the final 2 corners of the track, the hairpin, and onto the front straightaway. Justin Wilson is going to win the season opener at St. Petersburg. And Jakes is going to get second. Alex Tagliani third. Scott Dixon fourth. And Carlos Munoz fifth. Gary Chavez sixth. James Davidson seventh. Stefano Coletti eighth. Graham Rahal ninth. Marco Andretti 10th. Bibbleman 11th. And Tristan Vautier 12th. And man, oh man, what a race! It was definitely a race. Justin Wilson, dominating performance at St. Petersburg, extended his lead via pit stops and never looked back. And that is going to be the championship lead at the end of race number 1. It'll come down front straightaway and onto pit road, and I'll go to the garage. And that is going to do it for this race. Your finishing order, of course, we mentioned in the race, will be Justin Wilson with the championship lead, by the way, of 12 of an absolutely unbeatable gap of 1 point. Jake's second, Tagliani third, Dixon fourth, Munoz fifth, Chavez sixth, Davidson seventh, Coletti eighth, Rahal ninth, Andretti 10th, Pippaman 11th, and Tristan Vautier 12th. Well, that was St. Pete. That was the season opener. Justin Wilson, your winner. And man, oh man, I just want to thank Jonathan and TMG for the opportunity to have race 1 of the Purina IndyCar series on his channel. I am so grateful, and hopefully we can work some stuff out, maybe some future races on here. I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching. Race 2 will be at Watkins Glen. The boot layout, no bus stop. We want it to be fun. That will be 15 laps. I don't know when that will be out, but it will be out on my channel. Link will be in the description down below, hopefully. As for me, I'm Charles Bowen. This has been the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Congratulations to Justin Wilson for the dominating win, and thank you for watching, and I will see you all at Watkins Glen.